It's not long, is it, since we're all unwrapping presents. I don't know if you can remember unwrapping your presents. I'm hopefully going to get a few more next week because it's my birthday. So presents are what we're going to talk about because I like presents. I like giving presents and I like receiving presents. And finding the perfect present for someone, it feels really exciting, doesn't it? And unwrapping something that's been chosen just for you is really lovely. So I wonder what the favourite thing is that you've ever unwrapped that was given to you. Have a chat with the people. In fact, just what was your favourite present ever? Or the favourite thing you gave to someone ever? Chat to people. Oh, that's really lovely. I've brought along some of my favourite presents. I have got things that people bought me this Christmas that I am very pleased with. And you can see, as I get them out, why I like them. So we have various tonic-y things. I got lots and lots and lots of tonics tea cake things, and I thought, that's so lovely. I adore tonics tea cakes. I mean, you can have other biscuits, but why would you bother? So we have a caramel wafer and a tonics thing to represent it, and a cute little tonics thing to hang up. It's a tonics decoration. So that is going there. And the other thing I really love in life and can't get through without is tea. And somebody bought me a very beautiful teacup, which is the sort of thing you display. So not only is it beautiful, and I like it for that, it's lovely because it puts tea in it. Somebody knows I like tea, and somebody knows I like tonics. And the other thing I got is a very nice perfume, which I'll actually just do that with. And I will smell a lot better. So somebody knows I smell, so they gave me something really lovely. So we have... We have 3 presents that I like, and I like them because somebody who chose them for me must have thought, Lizzie will like that. And when I open them, I'm like, yes, I really do. It's really lovely. So we have tea, because I like tea. Tonics, because, yeah. And some nice scented perfume. So gifts say something about you, and they say something about the person who gives it to you. And I thought, yeah, we're going to talk about presents and gifts today. But we're going to start with a clip of somebody getting a really, really good present.
Harry, wake up! Come on, Harry, wake up! Happy Christmas, Harry.
Happy Christmas, Ron. What are you wearing?
Oh, Mum made it. Looks like you got one too.
I've got presents.
Yeah. There they are.
Your father left this in my possession before he died. It is time it was returned to you. Use it well.
What is it?
Some kind of cloak.
Well, let's see then. Put it on. Whoa! My body's gone. I know what that is. That's an invisibility cloak. I'm invisible. It's really rare. I wonder who gave it to you.
There was no name. It just said, use it well.
It's arguably the best cloak that Harry's ever going to get, yeah? Probably the best present he's had in his life to that point. Harry's gift's special because it belonged to his dad who died when he was a baby. And it's special because it's magical, which means Harry is really a wizard. Somebody's affirmed who he is. He's not just an ordinary muggle. And it's special because someone believed Harry could be really responsible and look after something really precious. And it's special because it's really, really exciting, yeah? So the best gifts say something about you and something about the person who gave it to you. So from magic, we're going to go to Magi, the 3 wise men, the three magi brought gifts to Jesus, remind me what they were. There we go. We have some gold, we have some frankincense, and we have, some myrrh. We'll put them on the table. Some of you may have seen these before. Anyone who goes to What's the Story? Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. So I wonder what these gifts say about Jesus, and I wonder what they say about the Magi. Now, traditionally, we say that gold represents Jesus as our king, and kings show their wealth and their power and stand out from us lesser folks by wearing gold crowns and gold jewellery and carrying around gold stuff that show they're kings. Frankincense, we say Jesus is God, and incense is burned in churches and rises up as an offering, with sweet-scented smoke like prayers. Myrrh is said to be a sign that Jesus would suffer and die. It's an antiseptic, it's an embalming thing, it's used for preparing bodies, and it's useful for healing. So those are the ways traditionally that Christians have thought about the Magi's gifts. Since about the Saxon times, actually, since when St. Bede, the venerable Bede, noticed the symbolism. So I don't know whether those mysterious Magi, who came from faraway Babylon, we think, deliberately chose gold and frankincense and myrrh to Jesus because their astrology showed them that Jesus wasn't just born to be king, but also born as a God and a crucified Messiah. Because the Bible doesn't say, does it? But I was fascinated when I read that other Magi went and visited other kings and other rulers. It's what they did. It's a Magi thing to do. Pliny, Roman author, Suetonius, another author, gives descriptions of little groups of Magi going out to visit different kings and rulers. Nero, the Roman Emperor Nero, got a visit from the Magi when he was born. So they travelled thousands of miles, these little Magi, to show respect to kings and to rulers. And somehow I think knowing that makes it even more clear why Herod was so furious and so jealous. Because if everyone else knew that a visit from the Magi meant, oh, these guys have arrived, you must be someone special, it was pretty clear they didn't see Herod that way. They moved on. They kept looking. So we don't know whether they specifically chose those gifts or whether it's just possible that they were the gifts you gave to someone important. They were seeking a king, so they brought the usual appropriate presents for a king. Gifts that were traditionally given to someone on special occasions, like you'd give somebody a clock when they retire or a watch. But I don't think that really matters whether the Magi knew exactly what they were doing and why, or whether they just brought something lovely, because they clearly knew something. And what does matter is what the gifts say about the Magi. The gold and the frankincense and the myrrh are really expensive. So the Magi were generous. They believed this little baby in an ordinary house was worth the best that they could offer. It also matters that they wanted to give something important and something appropriate to a king. They're wise enough to understand that Jesus should be honoured, and Jesus was given gifts that were not just expensive, but were kingly, that they gave to kings. And it matters that in the act of giving the gifts to Jesus, we hear they're overwhelmed with joy. Something about being near that baby was amazing and felt incredibly special. They were more than delighted. They were absolutely filled with joy, giving the baby precious, expensive, kingly treasures, the best gifts they could. And finally, I think it matters that they were changed by what they gave and how they gave it. So the word epiphany, the name we have for today, it means something like a light bulb moment. You have an epiphany, a sudden realization or understanding that changes how you see your life. And these foreign men who practiced a different religion and a different spirituality and spoke a different language and followed different rules and different customs, these Magi literally went home, literally and symbolically, by a different route. They went home they went home changed. They'd found joy in what they found in Bethlehem, and they were suddenly finding they were part of God's plan, just as much as the Jews had always been. So the Magi gave gifts after a lot of thought and after a long and difficult journey. And the Magi gave gifts that showed how special Jesus was to them, how much they believed him to be important. And giving their gifts to Jesus changed them. And they were given joy, and they were given insight, and they were given revelation, and they were included in God's plan. They went away changed. So I was wondering what the best gifts we could give at the start of this new year. What are the best things we could offer to Jesus? And what joy would it give you in the offering? And how might it change you if you offered it? So I'm going to give you a piece of paper and a pen. Write or draw what it is that you have that you would like to offer. Or give Margaret's face at the drawing. Draw it, Margaret. It's something you would like to offer Jesus. And I've got a treasure chest. It's got in it some actual frankincense in little bags. It's got in it some actual myrrh on little hearts. And it's got in it some chocolate gold, because, yeah, why would you not? So what I thought, if you would like to, write something down. And then at the end or during communion or at some point in the service, I'll be at the back with this at the end. Put your thing that you've written in it and take away some frankincense, some gold and some myrrh to remind yourself what it is you've offered to Jesus, who is your priest, your God, your crucified Messiah, your King, somebody incredibly special that will change you. So there you go.